day and have a really nice visit. So they'll be here in just one moment. So talk amongst yourselves. There you are.
Hello.
Hi, happy Sunday.
Yes, happy Selfish Sunday.
Yeah, well,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna awkwardly turn up the sound here because it's a little bit so lame. I feel like, oh, Mom, get better at it.
I like your shirt, Chyler.
Hey, it's pretty cool, huh?
Yes.
Start us, and you can get it angry.
Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Yes. Happy Selfish Sunday.
Happy Super Bowl day too.
Yeah, it's Super Bowl.
Yeah,
You guys have a team you're rooting for?
I don't even know
Not
who's playing.
really. Like, yeah, not really.
Sorry.
Seahawks aren't there, so I don't
It doesn't
care.
exactly. It doesn't really matter without the Seahawks playing, right?
We actually had somebody when we said we were going to go live today with you guys said that they were much more excited about your live stream than they were about the Super Bowl. So there you go.
Hey, we're doing something right.
That's right. Love it.
Well, hey, why don't we get to it? Because we got so many questions from the community for both of you when we posted yesterday. And I do want to start off by saying we do get a lot that are related to mental health or mind, body, and spirit. And those types of questions they're all important to us, every question that you guys send, but those ones are particularly sensitive and really can't be answered in just a few words, not to mention the fact that as in tuned as both of you are with mental health issues, you're not counselors and probably aren't in the best position to answer some of those questions. But we have brought on a team, Connolly and Matthew, at Together We Can, who do have the experience and the expertise and the heart and desire to answer some of those questions. So I just wanted to put a little message out there that if you have those types of questions, please do submit them. You can just go to our website under community, memberships, and contact form, and you can send questions directly to Connolly and Matthew related to anything mental health, body, mind, and spirit.
Yeah, they're wonderful and just like so easy to talk to and just so knowledgeable and experienced and just lovely human beings. So yes, I would encourage you to do the same. Just to, whatever's coming up, whatever you need, send it their way. They're wonderful.
Great. Okay. So for you guys, let's just start for both of you. This is from Andrea in Mexico and Amber in North Carolina. And I should also say, we get a lot of the similar type questions, so I try to lump them in. Even if they're not identical, they're in the same ballpark. So Andrea in Mexico, Amber in North Carolina, what's your favorite food to eat at breakfast or brunch?
Ooh, brunch. Well, we kind of are Eggs Benedict connoisseurs.
Yes.
Yes. Gotta love a good Eggs Benny. And then also breakfast burrito.
Yeah.
That's kind of like
That's a
there's
a
a
big
place
one for me.
There's a place in Tennessee that we go to and it's just this little mom and pop shop and it's awesome. And sometimes it's like we just gotta go, like no one else is awake. Just get there, get the hottest sauce and just destroy your stomach. And then
Absolutely. With the
it's
breakfast
in the
burrito,
best way.
I literally seek out breakfast burritos like across the freaking globe. Whenever I'm in a new city or something, I'm always like, where can I get a breakfast burrito?
That's right.
I don't know why they're not like more, like in demand and like there should be like a breakfast burrito like a taco truck, but a breakfast burrito truck.
Just specifically for breakfast and brunch.
Yeah.
And lunch. I mean, you can have many times in the day.
That's right.
But yeah.
So yes, those are the two. That's the Eggs Benedict and breakfast burritos.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this right. Ranja in Germany, Doran in Israel, and Elena in California. Which fictional character would be the most exciting to meet in real life?
Ooh.
It's one of the first ones that popped in my head was Leslie Knope from Parks and Recreation. I don't know why it's just like totally popped in my head.
I totally love that answer.
Yeah, I mean any and every character on Schitt's Creek for sure. Yeah, I don't know. What about you?
I don't know that I have one. I think maybe Alex Danvers.
Oh wow! I mean,
Just saying,
all right.
I heard she's pretty cool.
Well, we have a question about her a little bit later.
Okay.
Now you guys have to put on your mom and dad hats because So this is not that this person asked it that way, but it made me think of it. So Isa from Malaysia said, how important is it to be passionate in whatever you do?
Ooh.
I think passion is incredibly important. I think it's the driving force behind our creativity, and being able to use that creativity to do whatever it is that you do. You can insert, creativity into, yeah, anything. I mean, baking and, being a nurse, frontline worker for, making clothes, anything, as long as you put your heart and soul in it, and you're doing it for the right reasons. I think it's very important. I think it's what is also, it's I'm trying to think, not contagious, it's
I don't know. I don't know where you're going with this.
it
Infectious?
It what?
Infectious, is that
Yes,
the word?
yes. I wanted to say that without using that word.
I know.
But that was
So I'll
kind of
say
the
it
only,
for you.
is the only word that I can think of.
Yeah.
But it does. And creativity begets creativity, and it helps other people feel that too.
I think it's super important, because it'll get you through the mundane times as well, because everything, like, you look at what Chyler does, or, when I'm out playing music and stuff, it's like, it seems all glamorous and everything, but there's a lot of tedious work that has to be done. And there's a lot of things that, that aren't so pleasant, parts of it as well. And I think, it's not always just a creative process, and so I think that passion helps you to really make sure that you kind of give your very best at whatever you're doing, on all aspects of that. I think that's really important.
And
right?
if you're passionate about it, you can find joy in what you're doing. And that's really important too. I
Yeah.
think those should go hand in hand. It's not always easy. It's not always to like immediately feel passionate about what you're doing, because sometimes it's just hard. It's hard work. And sometimes you just gotta
grind it out.
Yeah, you gotta grind it out. You gotta fight through it. But even if that little bit of passion is like this tiny little itty bitty seed, like that's all it takes to just grow into a beautiful tree that brings life and oxygen. I don't know.
I think you've both inspired. That's good. That's good. Thank you.
Yes.
A passion fruit tree.
Passion fruit tree.
Yeah. Okay, this is for both of you, but Nathan, we'll start with you. From Pamela in New Jersey and Emma in Argentina. How would you describe the feeling of being on stage performing for an audience, and what do you miss the most about it?
I miss everything about it. I miss the connectivity. It's definitely, there's something, so beautiful about when we're all kind of singing together, and sharing those moments. It's really about the experience. I'm enjoying it just as much as I think everyone else out there is, like in the crowd. I've always said this, that like, I don't get nervous, because I don't see it as it's not about me. And I know I say that a lot, probably sound like a broken record, but I mean it. Like, it's just not about me. I'm there just to have just as much fun, it's just my position is to actually make that happen. Like, I kind of get to drive, I get to steer.
It's
the
not a
ship.
Performance, it's an experience.
Yeah, it's a
are
collective
incredible at
experience.
that.
Yeah. So I miss seeing everyone's faces. I miss like all the, the hugs and just connecting, and even when I'm on stage, one of my favorite things to do is a lot of you know, is like, I love to look people in the eyes when I'm singing, and there's total, like, complete intent, intention behind it. See what I did there? A little intention,
Nice,
huh?
nice. Little segue.
I have, no, but I mean, it's just really special, because it's like, I do it, but it's like, I kind of follow my heart on it. I don't like, I'm going to look at this person and this person. It's like, just in a moment, I'm scanning the crowd and I can see someone, and just something in my heart says they need to hear these words. And so I'll turn and sing this one line to that person, or, jumping off stage and doing that, go and give someone a hug. I love breaking the boundaries of it. I just think it's a collective experience, and music's such a beautiful thing. I love music.
Yeah.
That's why I became a musician, because I love it so much. And
a prime example of passion.
there
Yes.
you go.
There you go.
See?
Okay, so that's kind of a good segue into our next question. This is from Priscilla in Brazil, again for both of you. If your life were a movie, what music must be included in the soundtrack?
That's you.
I think I think whimsical kind of music. I think kind of like, I'm trying to think of a good example. I mean, like, so like the movie Chocolat, like
Oh,
that kind of
yes.
music,
Mhm.
that sort of, it's kind of in my head all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think stuff like that, it makes the most sense because sometimes I just can't put words to my life
Yeah.
or how I'm feeling. You know, Nathan and I talk about it all the time. Like we walk around and we're just talking out loud to ourselves all the time.
Yeah.
And so I think it's like if I had like little do 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 kind of music going on, it would. I think, I think that would make the most sense.
Yes. How about you, Nathan? Any?
Oh, I no comment.
Okie doke.
Just gonna let that one sit right there.
Metallica.
All right. So
No,
sticking
I would agree there.
on the
I love
music
that.
theme, then. So Manuela from Italy, Elle from England, and Abby from Canada. For you, Nathan, any plans to release more music this year?
Absolutely. I am currently working on a few more tracks and then put those out here relatively soon. I would say, probably kind of more springtime, really trying to line things up for a release, obviously this summer of the whole album. But, I'm trying
With
something
the
a
three
little.
songs that you put out already.
Yeah, with 3 songs. So it's kind of like, accumulate into around 11 or 12 songs total. But I'm thinking about releasing a few more songs on the road to getting there. Because there's been a lot of transition and stuff for us as well. And like, I mean, I'm kind of back and, forth what was.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of doing this album remotely. But I'm actually going to be doing some stuff with my blog space that I have on there, on Modern Icon. Start doing some video elements and stuff and posting about the process. So people will definitely, if you tune into that, you'll definitely know kind of like the what's kind of going on, the 411.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Well, I can tell you, we definitely got a lot of comments about that, Nathan. Just people asking for, your thoughts on music and maybe even some music lessons. If you play the guitar.
yeah, I love that stuff. Yeah.
Perfect. I
Yeah.
know people will look forward to that. I know this question comes up a couple times, but so many people asked it. Leah from France asked it more globally, but so many people asked individually. When this pandemic is over, do you intend to take another world tour?
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
like the first thing I'm gonna do, I just want to take get our big group together and we're planning out. So there's a lot that goes into it, obviously, but absolutely, I want to be out there and touring. Of course, everyone that's a musician is going to be out there touring. So,
Yeah.
it might take a minute to kind of like navigate and make it all work. And we might do it in pieces and do runs for a couple weeks, right? And then take a couple weeks off or something and, just, but I definitely plan on filling up like a whole calendar year with travel. And again, going to a lot of new places and stuff. I just love the intimacy of the concerts. It's not always about filling these like stadiums and doing these kind of bigger things. I love the bigger shows. I love the small shows. It's just it's an amazing experience all around. So I can't wait.
Okay.
Really.
Well, I've got a few more because again, we got so many, so I'm just trying to cram in
That's fine.
we can. Chyler, this one's for you. Has playing the role of Alex I'm sorry, it's Yasmin from Brazil, by the way. Has playing the role of Alex Danvers fighting bad made you believe in yourself more?
Oh, absolutely. I didn't think I was capable of pulling off something like that. But we're gonna have a little visitor here.
Well, we said we might get that.
It's fine. Hey, buddy.
Maybe.
Oh, he won't.
Oh,
He's
here
gonna
he
come.
comes.
He's
Here he
gonna
comes.
show up right now.
There
There
he
he
is.
is.
Right on time, buddy.
It's who everybody really cares about. Seeing.
That's right. And I love that he sits there so stoically. He's just like,
He's
just a profile.
Admire me, humans.
Total mind control here.
Absolutely. Look at him stealing the show. Yeah, no, it does. It makes me push myself and believe in myself a little bit more in ways that I didn't think for so long I've played characters that were just a little bit more on the not bubbly side, but on the lighter side. And so taking this role and I've said it, Nathan believed in me way before I did, and just seeing what this character would be and being able to do the physical stunts and things like that. I love it. Like for me, it just kind of, I don't know, gets my adrenaline going. And he's done. He's like, you didn't ask me a question.
I made my cameo.
It does. It gets my adrenaline, pumping, and it's just kind of like I see myself in a little bit more powerful. And I like to think that if I had to go out and fight crime, I could really kick someone's ass. But then I'd be like, yeah, but they'd need to know the exact counter moves. Say. They'd be like, it's like okay,
wait, stand right there. Don't move. Perfect.
I'd like to say that I could hold my own, but I'm not really sure
I don't know, though. It's actually quite impressive watching her. And then the training they do, they've done in the past and stuff to kind of get ready for that. When she was first starting out, it was, I think it was a bit of a grind for you there. Mm-hmm. And, but she really, another example of passion because she was so passionate about the role. She put in the hard work and did it. And it's cool to watch her do those moves and go through all that stuff and do her stunts.
That's right.
It's kind of badass.
All right, 3 more questions. Heather in the UK and Blauen in France, I hope I pronounced that correctly as well. Do you have a favorite season?
Oh, that's a tough one because they're all so different. I loved so much about season 1, just establishing everything and really kind of finding our footing, no pun intended. But I really loved season 4 as well. And this season 6, is really, really, really special. And we're working really hard to just round out such a beautiful story in the show. And, it's bittersweet for sure. But we're definitely putting all that heart and soul into it this season. So I look forward to seeing what happens because I don't usually know. So,
we all know
it's going to be really good. So,
okay. And Leonie from Germany, do you have a spirit animal? And if so, what is it?
Yeah, I mean, I've always loved wolves. That's kind of always, but you said it this morning. It was really cute.
What?
You said I was your kitty cat.
Yeah.
So I'm probably a cat. I'd say definitely a cat. And what was the second part of that?
That was it. If you have one, and what is it, and then maybe why, but you kind of said that a little bit, so.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have one.
I think you do.
Someone help me find one. I don't know if I have one.
I think you do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it like... Well, no, because you'll get mad at me if I say something.
What?
No.
No,
what
now you gotta say it. Whisper it.
What is it? No.
Whisper it.
What is it?
What?
What is it? What am I?
What are you?
Yoda? No. I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know if I have one.
This is supposed to be fun and relaxing for you, so you can think about that. Maybe
I'm going to have to now ponder this forever and figure it out. I'm going to be perplexed.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good Scrabble word.
That could be a to-do list task for us, and that'll be something.
Actually, that's a great one. I think we
That's
should
really
do
good
that.
That's fun.
That
What's
is
your spirit
fun.
animal and why?
There you go. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
And then final question from Fernanda in Mexico, Isabella in Ohio, Michelle in Scotland, Delaney in Missouri, and Lisa in England. What is your favorite part of Create Change, and what do you want to achieve in the next couple of years?
Our community is the best part.
That's
of
exactly what I was
this.
going to say.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, it's the community, and the fact that we were able to get the wheels turning and the ball rolling, but it's really like this, the sustainability is within the community, and it's seeing that support for one another, and again, like all this passion coming up and people being able to inspire and encourage one another. That's really like the gold that comes from this. We get to stretch our wings, yourself included, Cindy, like from the Create Change team, we get to stretch our wings, and I think you're an owl. And we get to Or like a falcon. You're a bird for sure. I don't know why. I feel like you're like, sorry, coming back now.
Maybe a pigeon?
You're definitely not a
Okay.
pigeon. Not that there's anything wrong with pigeons.
No.
Let's just be real about this. Yeah, that's where I was going with it. What would you say?
Where did you finish up with it?
That you're not a pigeon.
Oh, no, I thought we were talking about change.
Which where
I
kind of
like
with that. That's the joy of these live streams. They, segue. But so from your perspective, Nathan, I mean, community obviously, I think is probably something that we would all answer. Because
Yeah,
it's so diverse and so global.
Yes.
But go ahead. What's your thoughts? And then also, do you have like some dreams that you'd like to achieve in the next couple of years with Create Change?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got a really big dream, eventually, of actually breaking ground on a project that, we could actually have. And this is a very big dream, there's a project that I've always kind of had in the back of my mind of bringing together all the elements of entertainment, almost like a production company. But that really has a main focus on charity and on either telling stories and stuff that are in line with that are kind of exposing an issue or a problem, down to just inspirational stories of people that have helped and overcome and changed people's lives by being that person to with a heart of gold that wants to help people, So I think there's a lot to it. Right now, though, we're just having fun growing the community and really establishing a sense of that collective connection. I love being able to see faces and names and people, that come on to these lives, or when they're writing the comments like in the blogs and stuff, and seeing their little icon come up, or their little their avatar, or whatever, their picture, and seeing that and knowing who that is. I think that's really cool.
Cool.
It really truly is a sense of community, and we're all in it together to figure this out. It's like we're leading the way, but this whole idea isn't like, hey, let's do a little show for you and entertain you. This is really about, hey, let's figure this out. There's a lot of problems in the world. We have a lot of creativity. We're all kind of good people coming together. Let's do something about it. Let's do something. And we have plans this year alone, like for Create Change, where we're going to go somewhere here. We're not just going to sit here and talk about change. We want to actually continue to create it. We know it happens a lot individually, but I'm talking on a collective, like global level. There's a reason we're all coming together. And I think it's about time that we take that and show the world what we can do. Whether we inspire an idea for other people to help create change, maybe some bigger organizations, or we do something ourselves to actually create change, affect positive change in the world. I think that should be our goal every year, making sure that we do that as a collective, as a community. We all come together for a reason. So
I love that. That's great. And it's a perfect segue into kind of what we wanted to talk about next, which is this whole issue that we've all been focusing on at the beginning of the year of intentions.
Yes.
Kind of got kicked off with Connolly's blog or essay called Setting Intentions. And we got have a nice visit with her last Sunday, to just kind of get her thoughts and her inspiration for putting that together. So I know you both responded really positively to that. So I figured I'd just chat a little bit about intentions and what this means for you guys and for Create Change for all of us.
Absolutely. Well, and just first off, I mean, Matthew and Connolly are absolute, they're stars. We just love them. Just their heart, the heart of gold, both of them, and having their insight and everything, it just really, I think, it's brought so much to the team.
Absolutely.
And it's just nice to have that professional opinion as well, and in the insight, that insight is so important. Yeah. So setting intentions was such a great blog. It really, talk about inspiration. I was straight up like, this is, we got to roll with this. We got to do something with this, with our community. And I love the idea of the 40 days. And
if you haven't read it, I would encourage anybody to just take a few minutes and read it. It's on the Together We Can part section of Modern Icon. Just check it out, because it's just something that is very inspirational, and it just kind of gives you something to focus on. I know, obviously, your intentions.
In light
set,
of too what's going on in the world, and just in the sense of like, there's a lot up in the air. You hear a lot. It's said that there's a lot of things. The only thing that's certain is everything's uncertain, right now. And so it's hard to like, how do you take and I'm gonna write out, this is my goals for the year, or or this is my New Year's resolution, and some of that is so out of our hands and out of our control. You kind of have to, I don't want to say dial it back, because it's so important to have a direction, but I think what's so brilliant about setting intentions is the idea that, I have a plan, I know where I want to go, I know what I want, but I'm also okay with the idea that this isn't all in my control. I can't just make it happen because I want it to happen, right?
It kind of takes up some of the pressure off of feeling like if you don't hit this one thing, that you failed.
Right.
Exactly.
That's where,
it's not like a win or lose. It's like being on that journey, of personal change and going after something, especially when all odds, are kind of against you, right? Or odds are against you. It's like, I think that's the beauty of it. It's like, hey, I'm still here. I'm still moving forward. I don't know what's coming, but I know what I want. I know where my heart lies. I know where my focus is, but I'm willing to I'm going to trust here a little bit, outside of my own comfort zone, and go after what I believe in, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, and what's really beautiful too is what we're seeing from the Create Change community, because people are kind of taking that and running with it. Absolutely. And again, it's like encouragement within this community, and reaching out and, kind of expanding it further, and seeing, I'm sure you're going to bring it up, Cindy, but with the to-do list that we had this past week was just awesome, because it's something so simple, but it really says so much. It's about, just to recap, it was taking your intentions, I think 3 to 5 intentions, and to post them somewhere that you're going to see. And it didn't have to be some place where everybody else in the house, or even if it's just yourself, but if there's anybody else that was going to come over or be there and see it, it's a personal thing, but at the same time, sharing it is inspiring for other people to go like,
to see it every day,
I had that same intention, and it makes people feel that you do have something to focus on. You do have somewhere that you're going, and it's not perfect. It's not a perfect process. It never will be. And your intentions will change. These intentions might be really great this week, but then next week it's like, hey, I got something else that I know I need to focus on, or hey, I've really grown in this area. So now maybe it's a place that it's another little segment that I want to focus on or do. And it's just an idea to continue to be inspired and to continue to encourage yourself. And so seeing the intentions and looking through the posts and all the different places that people put, their messages, I think it was really cool. And I love that people are catching on and people see it, and that it helps, because that's the whole purpose.
You definitely should check out the blog if you haven't, because we're going to stick with this theme of intentions. For quite some time here, I think, definitely for the next foreseeable couple months at least, definitely through the first quarter. We have a plan to celebrate a little bit too. So we'll share more about that later, but we're going to be working on this intentions thing, because obviously the to-do list, it's not just about doing it for the day and then walking away. It's like the idea of putting those intentions up, that idea of for the to-do list. Obviously, it was kind of shared my past, and my dad used to be really big into like the self-help books and all that. It's just back in the day when that was like, you had this like big old plastic thing you open up, I had a bunch of cassette tapes in it.
Yes, we're old enough for cassette tapes.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I still think the mixtape is one of the coolest things ever, and I still think it's super. I love it, and the fact that you can play it fast forward and then it sounds like chipmunks, and that's just amazing.
Or backwards, and it sounds like you got some weird evil. Like, don't look behind me. What do you mean?
Oh my gosh. No, but so reading this intentions thing, I think it's super important. And what I was getting at was, my dad, he got really heavy on that kick, and I think it's good. I think people can grab a hold of, whether it's a religion, hey, like whatever you believe in, if it's centering you and it's making you, positive, you're into self-help, you don't believe in anything, but, maybe you believe in Mother Nature, I think it's important to have those things. And so, my dad used to put these, he told me, write out your goals. And, I'd listen to these things with him, and he'd write your goals out and put them on the mirror, in the bathroom, because then that's where you will always see it when you go to brush your teeth in there every day to be reminded of your goals. And I did that for quite some time when I was younger, and literally everything I wanted to accomplish, I accomplished. And I don't think it's so much that it's like there's some magical, equation to it. I think it's just more the fact that what you focus on, you give power to. And so if I focus on these things every day, they're a part of my story, right? If I'm focused on them, if I see them every day, then they're a part of my story. And that means that I'm going to be aware that with my intentions, it's going to help me navigate and make decisions. And those decisions I'll make with purpose, as opposed to just, instead of reacting, I can respond because I know what my intentions are, right? And so when I come face to face with this, I can kind of look at them through the eyes of, with the lens of my intentions. And so I'm not just answering to answer in the moment. I'm actually answering from a place of position of like almost strategic position.
Yeah.
To go further down that path towards my intentions. So definitely read it, because we're going to continue on this intentions thing for quite some time. I think it's super important until we all get it and we get what we intend to get.
I love, what you focus on, you give power to. That's just something, that should be a mantra for all of us. It's really, really powerful.
Yeah.
And also, to your point, even on the Feeling Good Friday responses, so many of them were focused on intention. I mean, I kind of gathered that. So I think it seems to be rubbing off with our community. So, I'm just really excited about what the future holds for all of this.
Yeah.
So, they just want to also let folks know that we've kind of got a call for entries out there. It's informal, but we would love to have submissions from our community as you read more that we put out ourselves. Your thoughts about intentions, what your plans are, why they're important to you, what it means to you. And however you want to do that, it can be an essay, it can be an artwork, it could be a video, it could be anything, but just your take on intentions. So we're inviting you, let's just consider this to be a formal invitation to our community to go out and send in your submissions. You can do it via the submissions section on our website. You can also do it. There's a link at the bottom of Connolly's blog that kind of walks you through the process as well. So we encourage you to do that.
Well, and it's a great way to do it too. And I have to say this, Cindy, real quick, is that reading that blog, even if you've read it once already, read it again and then click the button and start writing, because that's that idea of to encourage, inspire you to be your best self. That's exactly what Connolly has done. She's inspired me, and I'm like, been sitting here just, I love to comment on there about. I'm going to share something this week on intentions. Just inspired by what she shared. It's such a powerful piece. And then just click that button right at the bottom of the link there and go right. Share, even I think sharing a little bit of a testimony of like maybe you've been through that with something in the past, like with an intention, and you want to share, your experience. I think that's really cool too. You don't just talk about it. You could share your own personal experience of what it's like.
Perfect. Well, thank you. That's a great discussion. Really enjoyed that. And I also wanted to let our community know, I think we posted it yesterday, but just let them know that we put out several of the most recent slay lists that we did. We know that's always a popular to-do list to have in the community, and all of us on the team love them too. We love to share our favorite songs. And in fact, I was listening to the Time to Reflect slay list as I was going through all of the questions that came in, and I just love that one so much. I love them all. But they're out there on our website. You can find them under the media section, under slay list. So we just wanted you to know they're out there. We have such a diverse and eclectic and fun and interesting community. And also some songs, and I pride myself on being a pretty, sophisticated music fan. I like
Oh,
it.
yes.
But I have learned a lot of new music and I love it. So this is my personal thank you to the community for, sharing songs for those slay lists, and we'll have another one this month. And we'll have more activities coming up this week too. So we'll just kind of leave
Absolutely.
that. But again, Selfish Sunday means you taking time for yourselves and
That's right.
and your family. So we want to make sure that you have plenty of time to do that, and the rest of the folks in our community as well. So before we sign off, anything you want to say in closing?
Ooh. That was it. That
I
took a
think
lot.
keep smiling.
Well, hey,
you
Conley
know,
said
Yeah.
that's a
keep
big thing.
smiling.
Big deep breaths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's great. Take
That
a
is
deep
a really
breath.
good one.
There you go.
That
It
is a really good one. Because sometimes just grounding yourself in that, you know, I have the app Calm, and it's such a great app. You know, they do like sleep stories and stuff like that. And there's this one in particular that I just get. I feel like a baby when I listen to it. It's awesome. But it has like a lot of really great, just short little, hey, this is how to breathe, because sometimes I forget how to breathe. And you know, it's nice. I think it's a good way to center yourself. And that was one thing that Connolly said, you know, was just a matter of sometimes it's like there's something so simple and yet so powerful about that. So I think that's,
You
I
literally
think
just
that's
made me want to
great.
go to bed. That's what it's like.
Oh. It is. There's just,
You've just given people a gift for sure. I thought we're going to see on that. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't forget to breathe.
Yeah. Take a moment just to breathe, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and I hope everybody in our community has a wonderful rest of their Sunday or Monday. It's Monday for some people in our
That's
community
true.
right now. We love you all, and we will be seeing you again in this coming week.
Absolutely.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Cindy.
Hey,
As
Thank
always.
you. Yes.
all right. Bye,
Awkward
guys.
goodbye.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Bye.
I
Get to
always
hit
forget where it
yours.
is.